The theory I'm about to discuss is not only far-fetched, but it's honestly insane. And you guys will probably look at me different after I discuss this theory for how much research I put into it. You're probably going to think I'm crazy. You're probably going to think I'm mentally insane after I discuss this theory because of how deep this goes and how many clues I had to find to add everything up. But I'm telling you, it still makes sense. So it's still a theory, and I just want to preface, a theory is a theory. It's a theory that it could be right, it could be wrong. No one knows because it's a theory. Look up the definition of a theory if you don't know already. If you guys are getting offended by me making all these theories, it's just something I enjoy doing. I do it in my free time. I do it for fun. I've always done it, and I always will. But this theory is about Steve becoming Cass. Okay, and if you don't know who Cass is, before I explain the theory, Cass is a character from D&D. He eventually was Vecna's right-hand man after being turned from a human into a vampire because he got bitten by bats. And he eventually turned on Vecna when he was his right-hand man and stabbed him in the back and killed him. My theory is that Steve will turn into Cass in Stranger Things, and I will explain that in this theory. But before I do, make sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe, turn on notifications. Let's go for 125 likes. All you got to do is drop a like on the video. You got to exit out real quick. Drop a like, boom, you're back in. 5 seconds, and it helps me out so much. We're on the road to 50,000 subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough for the support. We might already be at 50K. I don't know. But yeah, guys, without further ado, let me explain by far the craziest theory. I already said that in my last theory, but let me just explain this insane theory. That's insane. Okay, you can judge if you think it's the craziest theory I've made, but personally, I think it's definitely up there. Okay, so without further ado, let me explain the theory about Steve the Hare Harrington potentially being Cass from Dungeons & Dragons. What if I told you that Cass might be coming to Stranger Things Season 5, but not in the way that everyone thought? Everyone, including myself, theorized about the possibility of Eddie Munson returning as Cass the Bloody-Handed because he got killed by bats in the Upside Down, but I think we were all wrong. I think Steve Harrington could become Cass in Season 5, and before you click off this video, you have got to hear my reasoning why. As we all know, Steve was the first one to get bitten by the bats in the Upside Down, but he did not die. And the weird thing about this is that the Duffers made it known that bats can't kill. Along with that, Steve is infamous for his famous baseball bat that he uses whenever he's in trouble. This could be foreshadowing him with the sword as Cass. The actor who plays Steve Harrington, Joe Keery, said that he is not allowed to cut his hair until after Season 5. Joe Keery also said, "Do not get attached to my character in Season 5 as well." The reason that's so significant is because Cass has long hair. And the reason he probably said not to get attached to his character is because if he does turn into a vampire, then he will never be the same Steve Harrington that we once knew. All those things that I just mentioned hint at Steve Harrington being the one to turn into Cass in Season 5, but believe it or not, the theory does not stop there. Whenever Dr. Brenner was doing the crossword at the beginning of Season 4, he did it wrong and didn't fill in the words correctly, which was very weird at first until I noticed something. One of the words that he wrote in was Callie in the slot 54, but he only went down 4 letters when it was supposed to be a 5-letter word. He later fills that one box in with the letter S. S representing Steve in this theory. And we all know that 20 is the number to win it all in D&D. So Callie being hinted in the crossword hints at her return along with 11, so that equals 19. But then we have that one leftover box with the letter S in it. What if this was hinting at Steve being that number 1 that Callie and 11 need to defeat Vecna once and for all? Like I said, you probably think I'm mentally insane right now, but I'm just saying, you can't tell me that theory does not make some sort of sense, right? I mean, that could be a coincidence of all those hints lining up and leading into Steve looking like Cass with all the things that happened to him, but it also could be true, you know what I'm saying? And do I think it's true? I don't know. It's just a theory at the end of the day. It's just a theory, so maybe it's not true. Maybe none of this will happen, but it's just a theory. I can't express that enough to you guys, that it's just a theory, and it can get us hyped for Season 5 and all the endless possibilities, but it makes sense with Joe Keery saying that his character cannot, or is not, like, don't get attached to his character in Season 5. It makes sense, because if he turns into a vampire, he's not going to want us to stay attached to Steve Harrington, because he's not going to be the Steve Harrington that we once knew. And with all the things that have added up over the past 4 seasons, he's had the most character development out of anyone, and he just got bitten by bats and no one mentioned it. Nothing happened. What if this is what happens? What if he does turn into Cass, like we all thought that would happen with Eddie, but Eddie's dead and some things then add up, but everything with Steve here adds up. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this theory. Let me know if you think it's way too far-fetched or I'm out of my mind. I don't even know if I'm going to be posting this theory yet. And if I do, you know that I did, because it is just a theory at the end of the day, and I can't let some hate on the internet prevent me from posting one of my theories. But I did a lot of research with this, and I can't express to you guys enough how much time I put into this. Like, just a little theory on Stranger Things. I know, it's crazy. But if you guys want to support me, just please drop a like on the video. Please, please, please. That's all I ask. That's sincerely all I ask. I can't thank you guys enough for all the recent support. Make sure you have a great rest of your day. Spend time with your friends and family. Let me know any theories that you have about Stranger Things. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.